recording? Are you?
Yep.
Are you record? Are we on? Are we rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Are we rolling?
Yep.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You want to know what my trick is for that? I just take my headphones off while I do it, so I can't hear you. It doesn't mess me. I just talk in time, and
Right.
that, and I'm a musician. That's like one thing that always is interesting to me is like people doing rhythm who aren't musicians, because people's concept of rhythm is really strange. Like I don't know. It's just even musicians have a hard time clapping evenly on the beat, and like I can do it, kinda, but like I practice every day, so it's like I don't know. It's just an interesting concept, but people who don't practice every day actually have a better rhythm than people who do, because you are like you, as if you're the person, but like people in general have this like natural rhythm to them. Like heartbeat is a natural rhythm, the breath is a natural rhythm,
Right.
but as soon as you start thinking about it, it gets all janky,
Throws it in the whack.
Like when you're tapping your foot as a non-musician, you're tapping it in time because you're not thinking of tapping your foot in time. But as soon as you become like the person who's trying to learn guitar for the first time, and you're trying to think of like when you're strumming, you're not thinking of like the rhythm or equal increments of time. You're just counting to the number. And
Right.
I don't know. It's really interesting.
That's, the beat you're supposed to give CPR to.
Oh my God, I know this. Staying Alive, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Which is ironic. Because the person that I was giving CPR to there hypothetically just died as I was trying to think, what song is it? No, I can't give him CPR until I think of the song.
I think it's a Hanson song, right? It's a Hanson song.
The Hanson song. So
Shoo,
ooh,
bop,
ooh,
bop, bop,
ooh,
bop.
no, you're killing him. You're killing him. You're killing him. Get away. Sam, get away. Move. It's not. It's a Bee Gees song. What's a Bee Gees song? Give it.
I Started a Joke.
I don't know that one. The Beatles. It's the Beatles. That's it.
Oh, it's Beatles, not a Bee Gees.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. He's not resuscitating. He's not resuscitating. And then like the nurse in the van is like, God, I don't remember the song that I have to do the electra circles to. Oh God, what are the clear? Blackbird singing in the dead of. He's dying. We're losing him.
And that's how John Lennon died.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the B11 show. I'm Tyler. I'm here with my friend Sam. And today is episode number 10. Big 1-0. Big 1-0.
It only took multiple hiatuses to get there.
You shut your beautiful little lips. You shut them. Hello, everybody. The way this show works is we kind of just talk about random things. If we run out of stuff to say, we have a couple of emergency backup segments. And yeah, and then there's like a little bit of an update at the end. So, Sam, you've seen a lot of movies that I have not yet. How were those movies? The last movie that I saw in theaters. Oh, you're rustling. You're rustling. You sound like you're fighting. Someone's attacking you.
So say it again.
You've seen quite a few movies recently that I have not. How have they been?
I guess it depends. Because it's been.
It enlightens an interesting a point here, which is like Sam and I are friends, but we can't talk about movies because Sam doesn't want to spoil anything. But we both love talking about movies, but I can't go to movies, and it's a sad thing. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to give all of your things that you like about each and did not like about each of the things I haven't seen. I'm taking my headphones off. Ready? 30 seconds. Go. Well, fine then.
Oh, I thought you were taking your headphones off.
I didn't hear it. I didn't see your audio. I can still see.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
You were trying to draw a picture in your thing earlier, weren't you? What was the picture you were trying to draw?
What do you mean?
In your audio signal.
Oh, I was trying to make a fish.
What does that sound like? Kind of like a...
I've not succeeded yet.
That looked like a swordfish.
Tiny. No.
It's not pitch, it's volume. So you have to be like loud and then quiet and then louder and then quieter.
Nope.
Bow.
I'm sure the
Welcome
people
to
love
the
this.
B11 show.
Yep.
The alternative is you can try to do like a penis, but you have to zoom really far in. It also helps if you're zoomed in a lot more than you probably are. Because otherwise you can't. Yeah, here we go. Bow. Wow. I'll send that picture right there. At 8 minutes. Don't let me forget. Anyway. So, we've been playing Diablo 3. How many times have I killed that wife, Sam?
Oh, so many times.
How many times do I kill that frickin' wife?
So many times.
God dang. Oh.
It's self-inflicted, though.
It is.
Not like the wife, but you killing the wife.
Yeah. Because I keep coming back. I'm like, I want to play a different character. Because there's so many interesting characters. But instead of finishing a character, I just keep playing the single character, and it's boring. But then I switch, and then I have to kill the wife again. Over and over and over and over. I kill this wife. I kill her, and she doesn't die. She's gone. She's forever. She's infinite. Diablo Infinite 2019. Okay. Let's call this episode Gremlins.
Oh,
B11, episode 10, the Gremlin disaster, because it's like there's gremlins in the internets.
Right. It's a good thing that this isn't episode 11.
Yeah, no, that's going to be our special episode. No, so this is something I want to talk about. The movie Gremlins, right? So the idea of gremlins was always like, oh, there's gremlins in this, so that's what's causing things to break and stuff. But, like, the movie Gremlins isn't like that at all. It's like, look at these cute gremlins, and then they become evil gremlins if they touch water, and that's how they... I don't know. I don't
Or
get it.
if it's after midnight.
Yeah, or like, if they twist their ankle on a Thursday and also sneeze at the same time.
It's always after midnight.
That's true. That's also true. Don't feed them after midnight. When do I feed them? When do I feed them? Oh, God. Yeah, so I don't know. I liked that movie. My favorite part was when they blended up the one. Do you remember that?
I have not seen the movie Gremlins.
Oh, my God. One of the evil one of the good gremlins. No, it's been a long time. One of the people. Yeah, God. I'm the worst. Don't laugh. Stop laughing. Okay. Stop it. Stop. Don't laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny. Okay. So, wait to laugh until I tell the joke.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So what happens is, sorry, it's really funny. No. So the main characters are like fighting these gremlins, and I think it's a girl, like one of the female characters, takes one of the evil gremlins and sticks it in the blender and blends it up.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like, and it like shoots everywhere, like carrots and straws. And then the mom comes home and she's like, it looks like you tried to blend asparagus in here. And she's like, yeah, Mom, that's what I did. Because they can't tell their parents, because if they tell their parents, then they become super gremlins. And then that's what becomes the bad guy in the Goonies, like the creepy thing.
Oh.
What's its name?
You mean is it?
Quick pause to appreciate Sam's dog's lapping up of liquid. Okay, go back.
Does this remind you of the trough?
It does, and now we need to tell that story.
Okay.
But I think first you were trying to tell me about the Goonies. We're talking about the Goonies.
Was I? I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
The guy who's like,
the deformed.
Yeah.
I can look it up.
Yeah, the deformed one who does like the fat dance, the chubby chaser dance, the fat kid. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That was a joke that you didn't understand, and it was fine. It's fine.
I'm still looking it up.
When was the last time you saw the Goonies?
It's been a while.
Recently?
Sloth.
It's been a while. Sloth. Yeah, they become super gremlins like Sloth.
Okay.
If you tell your parents about them.
Right.
Did you ever have a Furby?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. Those things were awesome because it was like having a pet, and then you grew up and they were terrifying. Like, that's the epitome of, like, as an adult, this is not a good thing. Because, like, as they would start dying, they would, like, just blink one eye, and they'd be like, I'm coming to kill you. I'll kill you like you killed me. Feed me after midnight so I can become a super sloth gremlin. Did yours ever do that?
No. But
dude,
I only had the one, and I always thought it was terrifying. That's why I quit after one.
I actually never got one. My sister did. My sister got a lot of good things that I never got. But that's okay because I got the Game Boy Color, and that's what got me into gaming.
Yay.
More. I mean, I was into gaming because of David, but that's what got me to be able to game on my own. I had Tony Hawk for that. I had pod racing. You remember Star Wars pod racing on the Game Boy Color?
I don't.
It was so good.
Regale me with Star Wars pod racing.
Dude, you could pick multiple characters. You could be Sebulba. Do you remember the scene in the original trilogy, or not the original, but the prequel trilogy, where there was pod racing on Coruscant? Because there's definitely a Coruscant level.
Oh, man.
But it was super dope. You could play as Sebulba, and he was, like, the best. Like, Anakin's kind of was not so good. That's a game I really want to play on a Let's Play. In fact, I'm calling it. We're playing that because that's a game that has a lot of memories for me.
Right.
So, anyway, sorry. Back. What were we talking about? We were talking about. Oh yeah, you were going to talk about the trough.
Okay.
Please regale everyone with the story of the trough.
So, we had these troughs, which were really like these what would you call them?
Like the silver baking pans.
Like they look like aluminum.
Aluminium.
Or aluminium for our England viewers. And we filled them with water and ice and just drank out of them like a trough.
Because that's what we do. Because we're animals and we drink like animals. We're animals. They're animals. What is that from? What movie is that from? They're animals.
I don't know.
I feel like that's a famous quote from a movie. Man, why am I having all these questions? It's like B11 has turned into you looking up everything for me.
It is a mainstay of Scribs and Gigs.
Let's talk about Scribs and Gigs for a second because I love it. It's good, right?
You want to explain what it is for those who might not know?
Yeah, are you looking? Oh yeah, it's from Star Wars. It's from Star Wars. They're animals, and I killed them like animals. With the Sand People, which is a really racist name. And then they took his mom, and they made his mom all like not happy. And then he's like, I killed them all. I slaughtered them like animals.
Oh,
But not just the warriors, but the children, and the women, the children, the animals.
That movie's the worst.
That's so good. Loved that. That scene was so dramatic. When I saw that scene, I pooed a little.
That seems to happen often.
I wasn't saying they were related. It just happened.
And yeah, coincidentally.
Anyway, Scribs and Gigs is a YouTube. God, I can't do that. I can't do this. Hold on. Scribs and Gigs. Scribs and Gigs. Scribbles and Giggles is a YouTube entertainment show presented by B11 Studios, where Siler and Tam draw pictures and chat and giggle about it. It sounds like something is happening on your end. Do you have something more important to do than talking to me?
Sorry.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Did you even hear anything that I said? You're an animal. You're an animal. And I'll treat you like animals. And your women and children, too.
I am?
You're an animal. Maybe that's the episode title. They're animals.
Manimal?
Anyway, let me go back to saying what I was saying that you just so rudely didn't listen to. God, no, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it.
Please do.
Nope, we're moving on.
Do I have to beg? I'll beg.
I don't want you to beg.
Tyler.
You're an animal. And I'll kill you like animals. I just want to go to like a zoo and just stand in the middle of the zoo and just be like, they're animals. And just like shake a little girl. And her parents like, don't touch my kid, and slaps me. And then the police come and take me to jail. And then like I'm sitting on death row and I'll be like, they'll kill me like an animal. Just dramatic story.
And the judge is George Lucas.
Oh, well, we all know he's a poor judge. At least of sequels. And he would be judging the sequel of my life, which is my death. What happens in Sam 2, Electric Boogaloo? What happen? What's your next life going to be, you know? Like, let's assume you're Buddhist, which you're not.
Right.
But, you know, you're going to come back. You're going to come back as a person. Let's assume it's a person. What'd you come back as? Because I feel like I'm going to come back as like a gay Russian middle class spinster. Like I'm a fashionista.
Right.
I don't know why. That's just what I said.
It's just what you feel in your heart of hearts.
Yeah, I mean, I improvised that, which means it's got to be true. Everyone knows improvisation is all truth. It's just a truth game.
It's the cold hard truth.
The cold, ice cold, rock hard truth. Nothing but the truth. All right, go ahead. What's your future?
An orangutan salesman.
Can we? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me. Sir, I'm looking to buy an orangutan.
Oh, you just luckied out. I'm an orangutan salesman.
Is it orangutan or orangutan?
It's anyway, as long as you give me money.
Try our new product. It's orangutan. It's tang, but it's made out of monkey hair. Orangutan.
We're the monkeys.
What kind of orangutans do you have?
I have all sorts of orangutans.
Wow, I'm just in luck. And then, like, you take them, and then they rip my arms off and kill me and poop on my body and throw it at people.
Right.
That's a good story. That has a happy ending, you know? That's really what Can I tell you a problem I've had recently?
Okay.
I've been, recently, really frustrated because I don't seem to like movies that have happy endings. Like, I just want sad ending movies. Is that bad? Does that say something about me?
I don't know.
Like, I watched a movie. It's called The Great Showman or The Greatest Showman. It's got Hugh Jackman in it. And everyone else is auto-tuned, so I just robots. So it's Hugh Jackman and robots playing a musical. And the ending was just too happy. Like, the thing that's frustrating, even more frustrating, is like, it's based off of the true story of Barnum and Bailey's, right? So, like, I should be happy that that's the happy ending. I'm like, oh, wow, he actually had a happy ending. But I'm like, this is life. There's no such thing as happy endings.
Right.
And so I'm, like, disappointed that it's so happy. And then I watched Anomalisa, which was a great movie. That I recommend. That's Tyler's picks for films this week. I'm starting a thing where I'm just going to give you a movie to watch every week. Watch that one, and then next week I'm going to ask you what you think. But Anomalisa, it's written by Starburns Industries, so you know the people. But there's only 3 actors in the whole thing. But it's all puppet. Well, the clay animation, really. It's all clay animation. And it had the most sad and satisfying ending I've ever seen in a movie. Like, I cried because it was so satisfying, and it was just like, yes, this is truth. This is what life is. It's true. And that's what I want. I want honesty in my film. Give me honesty.
Or give me death.
Or give me truth. Or give me animals. Or gremlins. Just don't tell my parents and don't feed them after midnight, or I'm going to have to blend them up and make a nice nacho dip. Put some cheese on there. Put in some cilantro. Blend her all together. Yeah, the queso fresco. You're going to put it in the oven. You're going to cook it on low for about 7 days. It's going to come out. It's going to be black as night. You're going to chip it off. You're going to pee on it. Done. Presto. Flush it down the toilet. That's how you take care of gremlins when you have them. How would you take care of gremlins, Sam?
Did you know that P.T. Barnum was notably the legislative sponsor of a law enacted by the Connecticut General Assembly in 1879 that prohibited the use of any drug, medicinal article, or instrument for the purpose of preventing conception?
Sam?
Yeah?
I was in the middle of asking a serious question,
I'm
so
sorry.
if you could stay focused, I want to know what you would do to stop gremlins.
We're not going to talk about
I don't
P.T.
care about P.T. Barnum. I watched a stupid movie about him. It wasn't good. Had a happy ending. Everyone was auto-tuned. Hugh Jackman's a god. Love him. He's beautiful. Hugh Jackman. That's all you need to know about P.T. Barnum.
Right.
He allegedly cheated on his wife, but in the movie it said that he didn't.
Right.
Spoilers. But what do you do if you have a gremlin problem?
He
okay?
also
I've been silly.
Was a producer and promoter of blackface minstrel shows.
Dude, what's your top 5 favorite blackface minstrel shows? All right, ready? We'll say ours at the top. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Shakespeare.
What was that? I think one of the first movies with sound that had a blackface.
Mein Kampf, the movie.
Nope. Like the jazz singer or something?
The Great Train Robbery.
Yeah, the jazz singer.
Yeah, and it had who's the Hitler actor that was a silent film actor? What's his name? No, but I'm serious. What's his name?
Oh, you mean when Charlie Chaplin did the
Charlie
Dictator?
Chaplin. That's
yeah.
I
He
couldn't
wasn't.
think of his name.
He was mocking Hitler.
Was he blackface in The Jazz Singer? Was he like, I'm Frank Sinatra, but I'm a black Frank Sinatra, even though he's not alive yet?
Are you okay?
I'm great, man. I'm living life. I'm living La Vida.
Oh.
How? Sam,
Yep.
you got gremlins. You're infested with gremlins. How do you get rid of them? I already tried Tide Pods. Tried. No, no. You are not writing this. You are not writing this bit and overriding my bit. You are gonna answer my bit. I want to know how you're gonna get rid of my gremlin problem.
I mean,
excuse me, sir. Are you the gremlin exterminator? Excuse me. How are you gonna get rid of? I'm the orangutan salesman.
The film depicts the fictional story of Jackie Rabinowitz, a young man who defies the tradition of his devout Jewish family after seeing popular tunes in a beer garden. I'm just going to sit the rest of this episode out. You could do it without me. Really? You're not going to answer my stupid gremlin question. Is this like a rock and a hard place for both being stubborn enough with, hashtag our own bits?
I'm not moving. I'm not even
I'm not
answering
either.
your meta question. I'm not answering
What
your
if we
meta question.
combine the bits?
Oh my god, blackface gremlins. How do I get rid of my blackface gremlin movies? I can't get rid of them. They're everywhere. It's like Marvel had its debut. Everyone watched these Marvel movies. Next thing you know, blackface gremlin movies. They're everywhere. They all use jazz music.
Very using stereotypes and
The black-faced one is always in it, you know?
Yep.
I actually do think one of the gremlins either does like cross-dress or does blackface.
I doubt it would
sure.
be like even back then. I think blackface was a little.
What was the most recent use of blackface? Not that is self-aware, I guess.
You mean like
yeah, like
not in a satirical or like parody?
Yeah, like it's not like I'm doing blackface because I know that it's funny that it's blackface because racism is funny.
Right.
I just have a soundbite now of me saying racism is funny and you saying right. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, I'll tell you. I'll go with you. Okay, blackface, right?
After the end of the 1930s.
Okay. After that, what?
Oh, but Bugs Bunny appeared in blackface in 1953.
Okay. Wow, our own Bugsy the Boon. Bugsy Baboon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Bugsy Baboon the Bunny, they call him.
Yep. Some of those Looney Tunes are a little, I guess even those old cartoons in general, a little,
like the Tom and Jerry where they have a slave. Have you seen that? Oh, it's real. It's out there. Okay, now we talked about blackface. Now tell me how you're going to get rid of my gremlins.
I don't know. I'll ask them to leave.
Can we?
Please leave.
I'm a gremlin. No, I don't want to leave. I'm a gremlin.
All right, I did my best.
Stick around in your. Oh, wow, you're a terrible. Watch.
Why do you think I was trying to divert from the Gremlins topic and
Sam,
blackface?
Sam, I'm sorry. Sam, okay. They can't hear this part.
Is this?
We're gonna cut this out. Listen,
Tyler.
I'm sorry.
Are we horrible people?
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say this, okay? You can't divert from your insecurities by talking about blackface. That's a problem that you have to get past, man. I think it's time to move towards your segment. I think we need to get away from this topic.
It keeps happening. Everyone asks me, who did you vote for in the election? I'm like, how about that blackface?
Blackface, you know. Did you know Bugs Bunny did a blackface in 1930? And they're like, so you voted for Donald Trump? Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, let's do your segment. We need to move away from this quickly.
Yeah, this is a sinking ship. I do not condone blackface. I just feel like I have to just cover all my bases. Insert
clip here. Wee-oo, put some sirens around it and go, B11 does not condone the practice, art, or observance of blackface in film, media, or any other sort. Thank you.
There we go.
Or you could do this. Wee, right? Sam's views on blackface do not necessarily support or go against condone. Yeah, doesn't condone or go against the doesn't. God, what's your segment? I can't. I'm done.
Okay.
What's your segment? I can't do it.
My segment, Tyler, is issuing you a challenge.
I'm challenged.
I think I'm going to call the segment Tall Tales with Telltale.
Okay.
So, what's going to happen is, Tyler, is for this episode of the segment, this will be multi-part. We're going to pick a Telltale game, and we're going to discuss it, our thoughts after each episode.
Okay.
So, I'm thinking I'm gonna bring up a list of all the Telltale games, and why don't you tell the people what if you've played any or what you
I
know
have
about
not played any. We briefly played. So I've played like the first bit of what's the one that we played, Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be better for me to tell you which ones I have, even though I haven't played them?
Yes.
Because then I don't have to buy anything. Sorry, folks, I'm broke. No comedy for you. Should have paid our Patreon when you had the chance. You know, all of, God, thanks, Rowan. Sorry.
I'm sorry,
We're
Rowan.
the worst. We'll make it up to you. I promise. It's coming. He's the day he dies. We just go to his grave and.
Here you go. Here's that behind the scenes you asked for.
And it's just like a picture of us crying.
Mm-hmm.
I think I only have 2. I have Tales from Borderlands.
Okay.
And I don't know how many episodes or anything I have of these.
Oh, I assume if they're you got them from PlayStation Gold, they give you usually the full season.
Okay. So I have Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Tales from Behind the Borderland Man.
Right. Is there any you're thinking of? Any you're looking at more than the other?
Oh, I don't know. I like Batman and I like Borderlands.
They're both very good. Batman does have a second season.
What's gonna draw me in the fastest? Like, what's gonna have the one that after the first episode I'm gonna come back next week and be like, shit, that was sick, yo. Because that's the one I want to do first.
I like them both.
But
just like going off what I would want to see is I want to see your take on Batman. Like the choices you would make as Batman.
I'm Batman. Telltale Games on Batman. I'm downloading it now. It's downloaded. It's not. That's fast internet, yo. It's downloading now though.
Okay.
So
I'm excited.
Right.
And like with the first season of Batman, you can decide how to approach a situation as Batman or as Bruce Wayne.
Ooh. I'm Batman. I'm Bruce Wayne.
And I wonder do you think I should go through it again as well? Or
here's my question. What if deciding this on air, but what if we do a little playthrough of it? And then we can kind of like release chunks of those and then talk about our thoughts on it.
I feel like that would be a good
show.
streaming game.
Is it not a good not a good recording game?
I mean, it might be, but the idea
also
of
a streaming game.
A good streaming game.
Sure, I'm in.
Oh, we're also streaming in case you don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a new thing for us. We're gonna hopefully try to be streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I say hopefully because we've promised things in the past. And
Oh, so many things.
we know how that works. All right. That's your next week? We'll talk about that segment.
Or whenever the next episode of B11 show comes out.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're changing things up. Yeah, cool. All right. That's that segment. Let's segue into mine, if that's okay with you. Unless you want to do a different. What was your backup segment? I'm just curious.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about your thoughts on salad.
Ooh.
Like, what's your favorite salad?
I like to put like a lot of fruit on mine. God damn it. I like to put a lot of veggies on mine. Well, not a lot. I like to have like just regular lettuce. I don't like the colored stuff. I usually eat it with just spinach, but because it's better for you, but like I like the lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
Just regular lettuce, nothing fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Put some tomatoes in there.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinkle it with some cheese, some
Mm-hmm.
salt, pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Either like a nice like a sweet Vidalia onion,
Mm-hmm.
or like a French is always good, or a ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And some bacon bits,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then just big dollops of whipped cream.
Mm.
That's what really the whipped cream really makes it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think mine is. I also like a tomatoes and cheese, and also just like a Caesar salad can be pretty great.
You can't go wrong with a Caesar salad. Like when places are like, "Do you want our house salad or our Caesar salad?" I'm always one to be like, "I want that Caesar. I want that crouton. I want that crunchy crouton in my mouth."
Mm-hmm.
And you just know what you're gonna get. Like it's tasty. And
I want an extra bucket of anchovies.
That's disgusting.
You don't order an extra bucket of anchovies?
Only when I'm going to see my dolphin friend. If you want to talk to my dolphin friend, here he is.
Do you know how to get rid of Gremlins, dolphin?
Yeah, you just put them in the blender. Put it in with a little cilantro. Put it in a little queso. Blend it all up. You got to take it. You put that into a pan. You put it in low for 7 days in the oven. Then you take it out. It's all black. You chip it off. You pee on it. Flush it down the toilet. That's how you get rid of gremlins.
Thank you, dolphin.
How is talking to Golfin? Golfin the dolphin.
Oh, man. Bringing it back to Scribs and Gigs, maybe.
Oh, Dolphin.
Either be a wink to the past or a wink to the future.
But not a wink to right now.
Nope.
Think about that. You can never wink right now.
I can't wink at all.
Oh, well then it's neither a wink to the past nor the future because you can't wink.
Like I can't keep one eye fully open,
Yeah. So hey, check this out. There's this theory about this is my segment for today. There's this theory about time travel. Okay? So you have like the classic what's it called? What's the movie? Land Before Time. No. Back to the Future. Same thing. But the whole Back to the Future thing, where like you sleep with your mom and your
fight your dad.
Yeah, that kind of thing, right? And then your grandpa becomes your mom or something, whatever, right? Weird things happen and the future's destroyed and you're not alive. So, that whole thing. So, there's a theory that says, like, you can't do that. Like, time travel isn't possible because that creates a paradox, right?
Right.
So the paradox being, I go back in time, which then I kill my dad, let's say, so then I could never be born. But then, if I'm never born, then my father doesn't die because I wasn't born, so then I'm born. But then because I'm born, I go back in time, and then my father, and it just goes on infinitely.
Right.
And see, this works with another theory, a theory of timelines for me. That's an idea that I think about a lot, which is like all timelines exist simultaneously, and every choice that we have is one that exists on a different timeline, right?
Darkest timeline.
It's like the darkest timeline, like Community did it like an episode, but like that's kind of the idea, right? Is anytime there's a choice or a decision made, so there's an infinite number of timelines. So essentially a paradox like that would kill out a timeline. That timeline can't exist because as soon as you do that, that creates an infinite loop back on itself, and it can't continue further on that timeline. And so that actually limits, there's this concept that there are multiple types of infinity, right? So there are bigger and smaller types of infinity, even though infinity is infinity. Because like it's so confusing and complicated, but I love this idea that you have a smaller number of infinite loops, basically, because the loops that infinitely loop upon themselves kill off and die off if time travel were possible. But there's a theory that says that the alternative option is that you can travel back in time far enough that I'm probably getting this wrong. So if I'm getting this wrong and you're listening and you actually understand this better than I'm explaining it, please correct me, I guess. Otherwise, it makes enough sense that fuck you. Sorry, I don't mean that, but also whatever. It's cool to think about. So there's this timeline, right? You can go back far enough, but no matter what, you cannot go back to a point in the timeline where you can screw up the timeline in the future. So you can go back, but or I guess the idea is more that you can go back in time, but it becomes statistically impossible for you to change the future timeline. So you can go back in time, but it's impossible for you to do anything that would change the future. I.e., if, you were to go back and kill your father and you tried to do that, you would get hit by a car before that were possible, because that would stop that infinite loop from happening. And so, like, you can't go back. So if you go back an infinite, like, let's say you go back 100 years, the actions that you can take statistically are already chosen for you. You go through that time, but you cannot choose what you're doing, because statistically, like, it's impossible for you to do things that change the future. So that is like this predeterminism. So if we ever get to a point where we can travel into the past, it proves predetermination, even though it also shows free will, which is crazy to me. So that's Tyler's way too smart for him talking segment. What are your thoughts on that, Sam? Did it make sense? Kind of.
Yes.
Yes and
I
no,
think
not at all.
just because the subject matter is complicated alone.
Yeah, but like, think about that. That'll keep you up at night.
What do you think B11 is in the darkest timeline?
In the darkest timeline, B11 doesn't exist, Sam. In the darkest timeline, we're not there to brighten it up. Brighten up people's days. We're not there for them when they're on their computers and watching our videos and hitting like and commenting on our videos and subscribing and dinging that little bell, because it's fun to ding-a-ling-a-ling, so that they can know when more life-brightening videos come up. And you know what? We're not there for them to come and go on Twitter at B11 Studios and tell us segments that they want to see on the show, or email us at b11studios@gmail.com. We're not there for that to happen. But you know what? This isn't the darkest timeline, my friend. This is the brightest timeline, because we're here. And our audience members do all of those things.
I don't know. I feel like in the brightest timeline, I'm able to grow.
Okay, we're up there though. Like, we're not.
Okay,
we're like pretty. Yeah.
I can accept that.
We're above the standard deviation. Thank you all for listening to this episode of the B11 Show. We are gonna play you all out. Have a lovely week. We'll have something else out next week. Check our Instagram and our Twitter for our weekly schedules. And as always, I'm bringing it back, Sam. I'm bringing it back. I don't care. Release the octopus.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm bringing it back. Say it. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1.
You
Release the... Oh, what?
Saved it for episode 11.
Well, this is like kind of like our update, our first big one.
This is
so
true.
Release the octopus, my friends.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. So, yeah. So now you explain what I explained to you, but back to me.
Right. So there's this thing called time.
Yes.
And
if you say it's a construct, I swear to God, I'm going to kill myself.
that's
I
an
really want you
inside
to
joke right there.
I really want you to seriously try to describe it back to me.
Seriously?
Very seriously. Yes, I want this. Just to try.
Time is a construct.
I hate you. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Hi, is this the orangutan dealer?
Yep.